If your trolling motor that you're upgrading with ProNav has an autopilot system installed in it already, what we're going to need to do is remove the autopilot system out of the head of the trolling motor. This would include a autopilot, the Minn Kota Autopilot, or the Minn Kota iPilot system. To remove that, we're just going to pull the screws, loosening the head cover off of the trolling motor. And this procedure is the same on a Terrova as it would be on a PowerDrive motor. Or very similar, I should say. And we'll set the motor head cover aside. If you have a Minn Kota, Terrova, or PowerDrive with iPilot, which would be indicated on the head cover here, iPilot. When you flip this over and you're looking inside the head cover of the trolling motor, you're going to see the iPilot accessory connector right here, and you can see this module inside the cover that's held in place by a number of screws. That's the iPilot. So if you have an iPilot installed in a trolling motor, you're going to need to remove this module right here before you replace the head cover of the trolling motor. Now we're looking inside the head of the trolling motor. The one we're looking at right now is a Terrova. It is similar to a PowerDrive motor. If you have an autopilot compass system installed, this is the piece we're going to be removing right here. There's a fluid-filled compass module that looks like this, and essentially we're going to need to pull this out and replace it. You can see here, this is the control board for it, connected through one of the Minn Kota connectors. I'm going to break this connection and unplug it. These are a little bit difficult. Okay, and now the rest of this, the control board just snaps right out. Pull this tab up here. There's a tab on the opposite side. And I have now removed the Minn Kota Autopilot system out of the head. Again, similar to the control board, I'm going to save this in a box of parts just in case I ever need it again. However, you're no longer going to need it for the ProNav Angler GPS system. Finally, we're just going to take a look at the wiring inside of the head of the trolling motor. If you have a universal sonar, this is the cable here for universal sonar, US2 it's called. This should be coiled up around the front post here, and if you have a fish finder cable that you want to connect to, this cable will fall through the opening here and attach to the cable coming off of your sonar unit. This is the autopilot or iPilot accessory plug right here. We no longer need to connect the accessory plug back to any part of this system. Our brown wire right here is a ground wire for the universal sonar. We're just going to make sure that is tucked aside like so. And last but not least, and this is a very, very important step here, is I am going to relocate the red power wire over here with the other side and ensure that the red and black wires are twisted together, which will eliminate a magnetic field that can be generated by these wires being separated in the head of the motor. This is a common source of interference and performance issues. If you're using the ProNav system and these wires aren't coiled together, that would be a common troubleshooting step that we would walk through with you. So let's just do that right now. I'm going to remove the clip here on the red wire. And as you can see here, this blue sheathing can be slid back. I'm going to disconnect the connection here. And with these disconnected, What I'm going to do next is I'm going to wrap the red wire around the black wire like so, and I'm going to reconnect that wire back to itself using that spade, and I'll slide the blue insulation sheath back over that. I'm going to remove this extra clip in here since we don't need it. Before I put the cover back on, I'm going to make sure that these two wires are neatly tucked off to one side of the motor here like so. And again, folks, this is a really important step. So I've got my red and black wires routed along one side, twisted together. I've got my universal sonar cable over here if you have that. This may not be installed in all motors. We've also got our iPilot or Autopilot accessory cable here. I'm just going to leave this inside, draped inside like so, as well as our universal sonar cable. With everything like you have it seen here, I'm just going to replace the head cover back on, and this motor is now ready to add the ProNav Angler GPS Autopilot system. Okay folks, thanks for watching our video today. If you have any questions, please remember you can always reach us by email at support@pronavmarine.com or call our office anytime. It's 906-523-7007. We can help you out with this installation procedure, and if you're looking to order the upgrade kit for your 12-volt Terrova motor, or if you haven't seen our other YouTube video, link below, we also have an upgrade kit for all of the old legacy PowerDrive trolling motors, and those can be upgraded with the ProNav Angler GPS Autopilot, very much in the same fashion as we just did today. So thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you on the water.